What is up, my brothers and sisters? Hope you're all having a good day. But trigger warning. Today I want to talk about the most realistic film I've ever seen in my life. And probably the most disturbing found footage movie I've ever seen. It's not disturbing in your basic TikTok clickbait, Megan is missing, extreme disturbing type way. It's just extremely hyper realistic. And I don't mean realistic in the way that I talk about other films that is like, oh, the characters are realistic, stuff that would happen in real life. No, it doesn't seem like a movie. I'm just telling you straight up. The acting in this film is some of the best acting I've ever seen. And not in a way, because they're not giving performances. This is not performance-based acting. This is two psychotic, insane teenage boys that have no problem with what they're about to do type acting. And like I said, trigger warning. This film is based off of the lost tapes of the Columbine massacre. It's based off the Columbine massacre. I don't know if you know this, but the Columbine shooters, the two teenage boys that massacred a bunch of people, Columbine High School, they recorded hundreds of hours of footage of them just hanging out, planning their massacre, talking about it openly, not nervously, not in a hatred-based, ranting type of way, although there is a little bit of it. They did it in the most casual, disgusting, weird way possible. Anyway, that is what this film is. This film is found footage 101. This film is two teenage boys that are normal. They seem normal in the film. They're acting like normal teenage boys. They're not ranting. They're not screaming. They're not psychos in the way that you think of psychos, because you see it in The Shining. You see it in Silence of the Lambs. These are just normal kids that are messed up in the brain. Their actions are not based off of extreme hate, although they do have hate. They feel like they're the outsiders. They feel like they've always been kind of pushed around their whole life, misunderstood. That's not what this is. These people actually believe that they're called to do this. Not by a higher power or anything, but they're so disturbed and messed up. They believe that they were put on this earth to meet one another so that they could do this. And then you're probably thinking, well, what does that mean? Well, we don't know what that means. And that's what this film does so good. It just shows them casually talking about what they're going to do, showing their day-to-day lives, planning their attack, planning everything in the most precise way. And, a lot of times people politicize, the Columbine massacre, other mass shootings. They either say on one side that we need to ban guns, that gun control is the way to go. Or on the other side, they'll say, oh no, it has nothing to do with gun control at all. It's all mental health, and we need to do something. This film goes to show that neither one of those ideas, neither one of those positions is the correct position. And it's not a political issue. The Columbine massacre, and this film in particular, Zero Day, that's based off of it, it's not a political issue. It's not something that can be debated. These people are going to do it no matter what. And that's what they say. They literally say it in the film. They say it's not because of the violent video games. It's not because of the music, rock music. It's not because of anything. They don't buy their weapons. In this film, they don't buy their weapons. They don't go searching for them. They steal them from family members. They steal them without their consent. And actually the father of one of the teenagers that do this horrible thing, he doesn't even let his son know that where the weapons are hid. He doesn't even let his son know. He finds out himself. It is not the parents' fault. It is not anyone's fault. It's their fault. and they let it's just you can't explain it. It's something you can't explain. These people are crazy. They're insane. They literally say, you can put us in jail, you can put us in a psych ward, that's not going to change anything. When we get out, we're going to do it. And it's not something that you can explain away. It's not something that you can cure. It's not something you can help. These people are just born differently. Born with a different mindset than everyone else. They don't care about human life. They care about themselves. They care about the fame. They care about being legendary. They care about being people that will be remembered for a huge historical event. And they don't want to help someone. They don't want to be remembered for the people that create the cure for cancer. They want to be remembered for killing a bunch of innocent people. Anyway, that's the basic story plot of this film. It's extremely disturbing, extremely hyper-realistic, but like I was saying, this is the most realistic film I've ever seen in my life, because the way it's filmed and the way it's acted is not in the same way that other found footage movies are. You know, you take the Blair Witch Project, which is extremely realistic. People actually thought that the actors in this film went missing in real life because of how realistic it is. But at the same time, it's filmed in an abstractly artistic way. It's still an artistic film. Like, I still think the cinematography of that film, even though it's all handheld camera and it's all filmed like, you know, it's filmed in the mountains by a bunch of people going to find the Blair Witch, random people. I mean, they're film students, but you know what I mean? Like most found footage movies, they're not meant to be artistic, you know, but at the same time, it's still a film, and it's still a great film the way it's filmed. 0 Day is different. 0 Day is filmed just like two crazy random teenagers did it. The shots are not articulated at all. Jump cuts all over the place. It's just like you found the footage. The acting is so casual. These are some of the best teenage actors I've seen in my entire life. And the crazy thing is, one of the most insane things about this film is that the actors of it, I don't think they did any other films after this. And if they did, it was like very small. The amount. I've never heard of a single film. I even looked up both of the actors, and I haven't seen of any other films that they did, which makes it even more realistic. These actors are extremely good, extremely talented, because they're not acting in your conventional way. They're acting like normal teenagers, calm. There's no overperformance at all. So the majority of this film, you know, except for the last 10 minutes, is literally just them living their lives, planning things out in a casual way, talking about it in a casual, normal way, which makes it so disturbing. And then the ending of the film, the last 10 minutes, extremely violent, you know, and it's filmed the same way the actual Columbine shooting was filmed, caught on camera. You know, it's filmed by the, it's not filmed by handheld camera, it's filmed by the school cameras. It's so disturbing. It's so realistic. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend this film. I give this a 10 out of 10. It's just an excellent film. Hyper realism. The most realistic film I've ever seen in my life. Extremely disturbing because it shows the true nature of these teenagers. You know, it's based off of the Columbine, but they don't have the same names. You know, they're not the same people. They're their own people. It's not exact chronologically what happened. It's just based off of it. And this film puts you in the mindset of these killers in the most chill, casual way they possibly can. And I just highly recommend it. You can watch it for free on YouTube right now. I'm sure Internet Archive has it as well, but you could just look it up, 0 Day, full movie. There's like a few different videos. Super easy to find. I think it's only like an hour and 20 minutes, hour 30 minutes, something like that. But I just recently watched it for the second time, and it's definitely my top 5 found footage movies of all time, and I think it's the most realistic and one of the most disturbing films I've ever seen. Like I said, it's not over the top gory. It's not over the top. It's not over the top in any way. It's just realistic. It's just it deep dives into the mind of these psychotic killers. And that's about as far as I can explain it. You know, just hyper realism in the best way possible, I guess. But it just gives you another perspective on an issue that's just really important. And anyway, highly recommend 0 Day. Hope y'all have a great day, and hope y'all check it out. Anyway, hope to be making some more videos soon. And yeah, peace out.